Welcome back in the pursuit of wealth, Tilray traders and investors. It's Rod with POW Group, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news and interviews. Today is Tuesday, July 8th, and I'm sure everybody's doing well. Another great day for the MJ sector and Tilray brands. We are looking at $1 USD as the next major target, in my opinion. We'll discuss the price chart. I'll bring up the TLRY chart. We'll take a look at the price chart, what to expect in terms of the technicals and the price action in the days, weeks, months ahead. I'll give my thoughts and opinions. But as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. And I do own Tilray. It's my largest MJ portfolio holding. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And speaking of videos, I did post a video earlier today in a live stream with Auxly. Do yourself a favor, even if you're not invested in Auxly, check that out. It's an hour and 20 minutes, but essentially you're going to gain tons of knowledge in there. I would say you'll probably save yourself hundreds of hours worth of experience and research just taking a look at that video. And I've been calling Auxly a major buy when it was at a penny, 2 pennies. I actually loaded the boat at a penny and a couple pennies, and today it hit 17 cents. We'll take a look at some of the movers and shakers today. Yeah, congrats to the Auxly team as well. It's an exciting time, and don't worry, Tilray's chance and turn is going to be soon. And just like everybody, just like I warned everybody with XRP, just like I warned everybody with Auxly, you're going to see Tilray, and there's a good chance that Tilray actually becomes the most lucrative opportunity, to be completely honest with you. But again, I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. That's just my own thoughts and opinions. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. So we did have an hourly bull flag that confirmed on TLRY. If you take a look here on the NASDAQ, we had our low, high the bounce, brief higher low, and we held the 0.32 fib. So what you do is you just take your measured move there from the low to the high, and you move that out to your 0.32 fib, and that gives you your measured move of 56 cents. We also had a falling wedge, which was the target for that was 55 cents, and that was on the weekly time frame. So if we zoom out to the weekly, I believe I removed it, but another great example to show you exactly what we were looking at. So not only did we have a bullish reversal pattern, we also had a bearish continuation pattern, and that was the weekly bear flag. And this would have been what I was talking about here. So you can see we had our high, low, lower high, didn't get above the 0.32 fib, and then you just take your measured move there from the high to the low, move it out to your 0.32 fib. Actually, am I on log scale here at the moment? Yes, I am. I think I had that line from a different line before. Actually, it was that was the previous weekly bull flag. That's what it was. That was one bull flag, and then we had another one that confirmed. It was right here. So if you go from that high to the low, and then you can see that was another weak bounce, and then you just take that measured move there from the high to the low, move it out to your 0.32 fib, and it was saying the target was 32 cents, and we hit 35 cents. So pretty much close enough. If you're on the weekly time frame, you need to give a couple cent wiggle room. And we also had a falling wedge pattern. So when you're looking at that bear flag target and you're down 99% from all-time highs, you're starting to see a lot of other MJ names start to bounce. Then you see this bullish reversal pattern, which is a falling wedge. And we'll just draw this out. You can see the price was compressing, and we eventually broke to the upside. And we also had bullish RSI divergence. You can see here we had higher lows and higher highs on the RSI. So this is called hidden bullish RSI divergence, where you have higher lows and higher highs on the RSI. You're coming off weekly oversold, and you're looking to come out of that, start the weekly oversold bounce, and then you can see the price was lower highs and lower lows and this falling wedge. So we had everything that we needed to be confident in a major breakout coming soon, and then you just take your measured move of that. I like to use the real candle bodies as much as possible, and then you move it out to the breakout point. You can see that was bang on where we were targeting. And then what you want to look for is multiple confluences, multiple patterns, indicators, signals, all singing the same tune. And if you look at the hourly time frame, not only did we have that falling wedge and bullish RSI divergence, we had this hourly bull flag that confirmed, and we confirmed it here right on this candle when we broke that higher low to a higher high. You can see it held the 0.32 fib. All that means is we just only pulled back about 38% of that move. If you pull back any more than that, then you're going to look for a type of equilibrium where you might tighten up, right? And something actually happened on the Auxly chart on the monthly time frame where we had that equilibrium. You can see here on the monthly, whoops, that's the weekly time frame. Let's zoom out to the monthly. You can see here we had our low, high, higher, low, lower, high, higher, low, triple top, triple bottom, and then it finally broke out and confirmed a monthly uptrend in EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. It led the way today, up almost 26%. But anybody who tells you that there's no opportunities in this space right now, they have no clue what they're talking about. This one came from monthly oversold, and it is now monthly overbought. And from the low to the high there, it's up almost 1,600%. That means an investment at a penny would now be worth about $1,500 in Auxly. And again, I think Tilray is going to be the next major move. And I mentioned that once we start the monthly bounce, this was the go signal for Tilray. You can see that we had no monthly resistance all the way back to July of 2024, up at $2.15. So as soon as we broke the low of that previous high this month, that was the first time in a whole year, in 12 candles, in 12 monthly candles, the first time we started the monthly bounce. And I said, watch for a big one. Even if you just entered on the break of that high of last month, you'd now be up about, well, over 30% at this point. So why I think a dollar is incoming is because obviously that's going to be a very, psychological level to get to. Also, they could regain their NASDAQ compliance if they trade back above a dollar for 10 consecutive business days. We also have the monthly EMA 12 there at just under 96 cents. And what happens with these EMAs? Typically, we gravitate back towards them. Unless the company is going insolvent, you don't think it has staying power, which isn't the case with Tilray, in my opinion. It was the same with Auxly. They're paying down debt. Today, they remove their going concern. Same thing's going to happen with Tilray. In my opinion, we're going to see the first ever EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, just like Auxly did. You can see here the yellow and the white line, the EMA 12 and 26 on the monthly, cross bullish, tons of upside. I believe that Tilray is going to be seeing that here. It's probably going to be, based on how far away they are, probably going to be at least 3 or 4 months before that happens. But keep in mind, exponential moving averages, simple moving averages, they're a lagging indicator. So by the time they cross, the price would be already much, much higher. We'd probably be back up around that $2 to $4 area. So I think a dollar is very realistic because that's going to be bringing us back to gaining that NASDAQ compliance. We know we have until September 21st to regain NASDAQ compliance, at which point they could also get a 180-day extension, so 6 months. That brings us into March of 2026. And just like VFF got a warning in 2023. They regained compliance organically. They got another warning in 2024, and they just regained compliance organically and got an extension for the second time. So why wouldn't Tilray get it? They already said that shareholders approved the reverse split, but they're putting it on pause. In my opinion, that's because 41% voted against it. They want to wait. And with rescheduling efforts very much coming into the fall, in my opinion, I think we're going to see that move in a hurry. And then safer banking before the midterms in 2026. Potential excise tax reform in Canada, going to one national stamp as well in Canada. We're already seeing the illicit market dwindle pretty much completely away in Canada, and it's only going to get even better for these LPs, in my opinion. The international market as well, absolutely booming. And you're going to see these LPs absolutely start to shine. Tilray obviously selling products in the U.S. through its alcohol business and hemp business, and that's only going to get better, especially with Texas looking to see some meaningful reform. First it was the ban, and now we're potentially going to see not just a ban of hemp, but the full legalization of the whole entire plant, which, that would stand to reason, right? We're in Canada, almost 7 years legal here at the federal level. It's all treated the same, hemp, MJ, it's all one plant, and eventually that's where the U.S. is going. It's just a matter of when, not if. But yeah, Tilray looking fantastic. We also had a bullish triple thunder crossover. So if you're not into the POW algo alerts, you would have got an alert last week of a bullish triple thunder crossover. And that was a huge buy signal. Same thing happened on Auxly, and we went from about 4 cents, 5 cents, all the way up to 17 cents. Can't say enough good things about the POW algo service. If you haven't checked that out, price will be going up in about 4 days from now. And take advantage of that. Also, POW members get 20% off for life. And you can see here where the 50 weekly is at $1.08, and the 200-day moving average, which we're above the 50 and the 100-day, is at 98 cents. So it stands to reason, very, very possible that we see a dollar here over the coming weeks and months. Obviously, I still think that MJ has a lot of work to do, right? It's great to see some momentum here, but ultimately I am expecting big tech, crypto, AI to continue to steal the spotlight until crypto legislation is over. We're going to see the Clarity Act. We're going to see the Genius Act first, probably, then Clarity Act, market structure for crypto. Then there's probably going to be an anti-CBDC bill. And then after that, I think it's going to be MJ's time to shine. And that's probably going to be into the fall or early 2026. And like I said, before the midterms, and also MJ, the seasonality effect, we usually see this sector do very well into the fall. So like I said, all signs are pointing to higher prices from here. More than likely going to see a dollar over the coming weeks, if not a couple of months, in my opinion. And finally, nice to see some green out there. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section below. It's Rod with POW Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you at $1.